Hello stars, my name is Blue and today we're lost in Hiveswap Friendsim. Last time we left off on Friendsim, we finished volume 13 with Ty's wonderful mate sprint. And now we are on volume 14 of cleanliness, and clownliness. This is a dark world. Both because it's night and because of the brutal struggle for survival among its polyhemochromatic inhabitants, many of whom seem to thrive on havoc and carnage. You'd be interested to see the Michelin Guide entry for Alternia. We're convinced that after a day here, Anne Rand would sign up with these with Little Sisters of the Poor. I don't get any of this reference. Genghis Khan and Attila the Hun would join with the Quakers, and Adolf Hitler, I get that one. Boy, I am behind on my history, aren't I? Would seek membership in the World Peace Council. Whew, Goodwin's Law alert. Feeling a little dramatic tonight. So we have Mars. And we have Karaka. You're adorable. Oh my god. We're gonna go with Mars, though, for now. Despite a certain sense of... That's loud in my ears. Pervading existential gloom that you haven't managed to shake even after communing with a possible Oracle/secret agent, you are feeling pretty alright. No more brooding in your cliffside apartment. You have a fresh thirst this evening, a thirst for friendship. You're wandering around a neighborhood you haven't seen in a while, just a few blocks from where you crash landed. Maybe you'll go pay a visit to the crash site of your ship, even though it's long since been stripped for parts by the local population. Or maybe you'll try to find Damon to say hi, though you're pretty sure he's still living in the nomadic shrubbery lifestyle. You're just here for nostalgia, honestly. Molasses who? You hardly know her. It wasn't Molasses, but we're gonna say Molasses. Okay, Elle, stop getting distracted by your phone. Just then, from across the street, echoed two voices raised in argument. Well, one is soft and murmuring, and the other is loud and honking. A rust blood girl and a purple blood guy are squared off in front of a patch of graffiti that blooms over the brick like moss. The girl appears... I should have just turned on the volume on my computer instead of my mic. The girl appears to be in the process of scrubbing it away. There's a mop bucket and a collection of sponges next to her. And I told you, this shit is sacred motherfucking iconography? That's a new one. The purple blood is saying, so fuck the hell off, little red dumpling. The rust blood says something back that makes him laugh. The secret iconography appears to be a collection of swear words with and a couple of colorful renderings of certain selections of troll anatomy. You have not yet had a chance to explore. Let's hope that you don't have the chance to explore that, MC. The girl with the bucket wrings out her sponge and stares the clown down. Well, you assume she's staring him down. She's wearing big round goggles to match the bright rubber gloves pulled all the way to her elbows. Despite the mop bucket, she looks more like a scientist from a B-grade horror movie than a janitor. The purple blood doesn't have any visible weapons on him, but that doesn't make him look any less dangerous. Unless the girl has a blade in that mop handle, she's totally defenseless. You faced this precise scenario more than once, but it doesn't get any easier. No matter how much self-confidence you've earned or hardships you've endured. Life or death friendship decisions don't get any easier. Mind your own business for once in your goddamn life. Nah, we're gonna intervene. Who are you kidding? You were never going to leave her to fend for herself. It's against your religion. Your religion of reflectively and ceaselessly searching for new buddies. Reflexively. You aren't making an excuse for it anymore. You've decided to take what Boulder said to heart and just resign yourself to your fate. Well, that isn't exactly what she said, but a lot of it was confusing and spooky. You were half convinced she was just doing it for the mysterious aesthetic. Maybe, maybe not. You strive confidently towards the altercation, calling out a challenge to the rogue clown. Nobody messes with those less fortunate while you're on the case. And since it's been resoundingly too long since you've had the truly ironic and hilarious twist of fate befall you, as soon as you step onto the sidewalk, the pureblood's fist connects with your head and your head connects with the concrete. Okay. I guess we mind our own business then. For the first time in our lives. Mind your own business. Listen, you aren't the goddamn alien special forces. You aren't on the friendship police. You can't afford to insert yourself into the middle of every single altercation in hopes that the drunken gamble of destiny will offer up a new and greater connections onto your sore, tired ass. You aren't made of goodwill alone. Everyone needs breaks, man. You march casually by, hands behind your back. If you knew how to whistle, you would. Nothing to see here, folks. Feet smacking the ground behind you, and the girl runs by, surprisingly spry in rubber boots. Not spry enough, apparently, because that high blood is hot on her heels. Nope, not helping. Definitely not. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. You already made your choice. You are not getting involved. At the last moment, you stick out one of your famous legs and the clown goes flying. He hits the pavement hard, nose first. Famous legs. Son of a bitch. There you went and got involved. The high blood might be kissing concrete, but he won't be for very long. It's tough to kill a clown. You take this opportunity to get the fuck out. Damn, you don't know anyone around here. Maybe you can run back to your stolen vehicle before... Hands grab you by the back of your hoodie, hauling you around the corner and into the shadows of an alleyway. Shit, the clown must have friends, and those friends must have circled around behind you. You open your mouth to scream, not because you think anyone is going to help you, but just because you might as well. If you can't go out fighting, you might as well go out making as much noise and being as obnoxious as possible. That is going to be my life model from now on. A rubber hand glove slaps over your mouth before you get out more than a squeak. You taste soap. Chill. Stop struggling. It's the Rust Belt girl. She's taken the time you brought her and cashed it in to take refuge in an alleyway. The two of you hold still as the purple blood storms by, stomping and cursing and bleeding from the gash across his forehead. Ha! You did that! Your leg did that! You will never get over the rush you receive from doing something cool and competent. Mars holds on to you until the sound of his footsteps fade. You feel her heartbeat hammering against your back. She lets you go and slides away to the other side of the alleyway, as if an apology for being so close to you before. Her boots squeak, and you take a few steps nearer so you don't have to shout to be heard. You thank her for helping. You're both just all about being helpful, apparently. You decide not to mention the part where you tried very hard not to get involved. Yeah, you didn't have to do that. Actually, you shouldn't have done that. I'm perfectly capable of tripping my own clowns. You tell her that you have no doubt that's true, even if she doesn't have a sword in her mop handle. She seems to have a good pair of legs. Mentioning her mop appears to remind her that she left all her cleaning equipment out on the street. She takes a furtive glance back down the way the guy had gone and heads back towards the graffiti. You scamper to keep up. You shouldn't be out here alone in a place like this. Not that I can really summon much gumption to care beyond this one walk down the street. But you did come here to die. Because that's what's going to happen if you keep this shit up. What's your deal? You don't know about your deal. You've worked really hard not to consider your deal at all, because the existential radio static that prickles at the base of your neck when you think about your deal, it is astonishingly unpleasant. I can't read today, apparently, like worse than usual. Attempting to change the subject, you ask her if maybe she shouldn't get out of here while she has the chance. Is that bucket really that important to her? Mars looks at you with a certain eyebrow raise that you're well accustomed to by now. Oh shit, you just put your foot in it again, culture-wise. You wish you could find a book with a crash course on Alternia, or at least a decent Wikipedia article, but it's not like there's anything helpful. Earth Guide for Idiots, at least. You've never heard of one. Besides, things are different depending on where you are on Earth geographically. You imagine it's the same for Alternia. You feel positively nauseated at the idea of having to learn a whole new set of societal norms. You'll just stay in this particular city, thank you very much. Do I care about my bucket? That's kind of a weird way to phrase it. I care about it as much as the next person who doesn't want to get cold. So, also, gourd rays don't grow on confectionery. What? Why why did the language have to be like this? Confuria's fauna. She tosses the discard sponges back into the bucket. You bend down to help, but she stops you with a sardonic glance. Most of her glances are sardonic, but this one especially so. She goes back to work on the graffiti. If you're going to hang around, you could at least make yourself less useless. Watch and make sure the high blood doesn't come back. Oh, yeah, for sure. You can totally do that. Of course, you won't be able to actually do anything if he comes back. Where's Ramel when you need her? Maybe you could use your own limp corpse to slow the clown down. Not that you know Mars well enough yet to love the idea of sacrificing yourself for her. Man, character development is great. Not immediately going to your death is great. That sends a creeping wash of anxiety along your spine. You don't understand it, so you try to distract yourself. You ask Mars if she just cleans graffiti or if she has other jobs. Okay, well, maybe not jobs. You know, nobody on Alternia has an actual job. Whatever I'm feeling, mostly. Today, I was feeling getting rid of this incredibly ugly piece of shit drawing. Tomorrow, I might be feeling dirty front door mats. Depends on my mood. Yeah, you don't forget that. You're also a person of, oh my god, mercurial good moods. Mercurial. My eye burns. Help. Do you seek out new friends tonight, or go to one of your standby pals? Sometimes the universe just sleeps in and decides for you. Yeah, well, you are extremely weird and focused on weird shit, but also kind of a magnet at the same time. It's freaking me out. Wow, thank you! Mars dunks her sponge back in her bucket, or scourdure. Yeah, right. Buckets are dirty. Drones don't make it down here very often, so there's a lot of shit to scrub. You tell her it's cool that she likes cleaning so much. Where you're from, physical labor is considered morally virtuous, but also kind of looked down on? Fuck, maybe you could use an Earth cultural handbook of your own damn self. Mood. Who said anything about liking it? Who made the rule that I can only do what I like? She slams the sponge down hard on into the scored ray. Bucket. We're saying bucket. I don't give a fuck. We're saying bucket. Getting water down the front of her apron. This is just what I do. What? Do you like wandering around in someone else's hoodie? Accosting strangers? Kind of. Sometimes. You didn't choose the friend life. The friend life chose you. No, MC. But Mars isn't a stranger in a strange world like you are. Hey, I get that reference. She's got horns and gray skin and everything. You realize she's a rusty, but come on. Oh, yeah. How many burgundies do you know exactly? Well, one. And he's pretty interested in, meat. But he's pretty enthusiastic about it. One might say over-enthusiastic. You think I'm not enthusiastic? She scrubs harder to show you just how enthusiastic she can be. A delicate calligraphy-based rendering of the word globe gobbler? Sure. Disappears underneath her soapy hands. Okay, maybe Damon is not the greatest example of someone enjoying their hobbies in a healthy and natural way. But you know plenty of other low bloods with cool hobbies. Skyla, Chixie, Sirava. Am I supposed to know who these idiots are? Not all low bloods know each other. Oh man, that's not what you meant at all. I'm not going to explain my life story to some random alien. Are you going to help or not? Oh, well, you thought you were supposed to be keeping an eye out for the clowns. Yeah, well, instead you're asking me invasive questions. So help me scrub. Despite the mixed signals, you pick up a sponge and start cleaning. This is actually a lot harder work than it looks like. Your back and shoulders begin to ache immediately. If Mars does this every day, then she must be ripped under that jacket. She stops talking and you just cling alongside her, worried that you're royally screwing this up. You don't know how to fix it. The graffiti is quickly disappearing between your combined efforts, and you weren't sure how much longer she's going to put up with you after that. You've got to pull out the big friendship guns, and fast. You ask in your characteristically smooth style what she's doing after this. Any plans? Just hypothetically. Who knows? Probably I'll just look for more shit to clean. Well, it just so happens that you know a lot of dirty places. Just exceptionally filthy. Oh yeah? Where? I'm gonna say downtown. Try downtown. You suggest that this place looks sure ripe for some serious power cleaning, cause wow, filthy. Yeah, I guess. I was planning on cleaning down here anyway. The drones mostly take care of the high blood neighborhoods. Interesting. Zebra had low bloods cleaning for him. Maybe he's an exception? I'm not here to explain cultural dynamics to you. At least not for free. You consider mentioning that you are the main character and thus totally deserving of cultural exposition. But you don't should take that well. Also, it's kind of a weird thing to say, so never mind that. You show Mars an alley you recognize, the one with the incinerator. Can you tell that I'm just super out of it? The one with the incinerator where Polyball had gotten rid of her assassination disguise. Here, maybe? Too easy. Okay, well, what about the stretch of road where Ramel killed a dude? There's still quite a bit of purple blood splattered around it. Pretty good, but no. I don't have the right outfit for blood. Jesus, picky. Oh, sorry. Are my personal preferences inconveniencing you? No, but you aren't used to this shit taking so long to pop off, unless usually you've made a friend by this point. Or you've been killed. You've been killed before? What are you, a purbeast? 9 lives? In retrospect, that was also a pretty weird thing to say. You meant it as a metaphor. Sometimes your internal monologue gets out of hand and spills into your... No. Whatever, dude. You're considering bringing her back to your place to clean up the mess you've made there when you realize Mars is no longer with you. You turn around to find her gazing down an adjacent street into an empty lot. The space gives you a brief twinge of recognition before it fizzles away into nothing. Meh, probably just deja vu. What is up with all the weird feelings today? At first, you don't notice the person sitting on the tire pile because without her other half, her silhouette is underwhelming. Oh, fantastic. Hey, Normie. Oh! Hey, fool. It's been a while. She might notice that you are a whole lot less normal than you used to be. They're right. They're rude as hell. Hey! You are also, like, 80% more confident than you used to be. You won't back down from insults. Perhaps Mars is the one who is weird because she's the one cleaning... She's the one who's so fucking into cleaning up after people. That's really strange. God. Brain. Can we not? Hey, that's a little judgy. Yeah, for real. Oh, you had been expecting Full to join you in mocking Mars. You didn't really want to be too mean or anything. You're just really sick of having your intelligence insulted concerning stuff you absolutely could have no way of knowing about. You wanted to make her look like an asshole, but as usual, it seems to be, in fact, you who are the asshole. Mars seems to agree. Hey, maybe go fuck yourself for a little bit. You apologize. You didn't mean it. You just experience pilot confusion when there's too many friends in one place. You're sorry. You didn't mean to insult her hobby, but she actually doesn't really seem too into it. You're just trying to help. You know plenty of Loblets who do all sorts of activities. Oh yeah? Who? Well, Full, for instance. She trolls. Wait, you need another word. Her and her boyfriend, harass people? Oh god. No! And they seem to enjoy that. Also, there's Skyla and Trixie and Zirava. They all excel in their fields to a certain extent. Right. So, how's that going for them? Well, you deflate somewhat. Trixie gets skeeved on all the time. Skyla constantly has to defend her home and loses against these. Zirava literally had to gouge out one of their own eyes and downplay their psychic power. Vic, well, near you can tell, Vic is having a great time falling off cliffs and imagining the ferment above. Sky. Space! He might be an outlier and therefore shouldn't be counted. While you're working through your apparent classism through navel grazing monologue, Mars is checking Full out, like, really checking her out. Who the fuck are you? Full slaps Mars' hands away. Keep your fronds to yourself. Mars raises her goggles up to her forehead. You got void rot. No shit, troll Sherlock. Mars gives another once over. She looks impressed. Honestly, you can't blame her. If Mars likes grimy things, well, Full is right up her alley. Dirt Eldorado. Selfishly, you wish you'd met Mars back when you were more of a wreck at the beginning of your adventure. God damn! You're filthy. And you have no idea what you're talking about. Also, fuck you. Mars touches her on the forehead, slowly this time, as to not take her by surprise. Full resembles a nervous little bug trying to decide whether or not to scuttle away. Did you think the dirt helped keep you insulated? It's actually kind of the opposite of that. If you were less grimy, the energy transfer would be easier. Oh, right. Caprom isn't here, which means her giant battery isn't here either. Yeah, I sent him out for takeout. I needed a break. But won't she, you know, die? Not instantly. Does your husk die as soon as you unplug it? What are you, a fucking void rot scholar? What do you know? I know a lot of things. You asked Mars if she's interested in medicine. Maybe she could go into that. Mars rounds on you in stark irritation. This is the most emotion she's ever shown. She's shown since you've met her. Whatever you're trying to do here, stop. I'm not stupid. What do you think they'd say if I'd play to be a medic off-planet? They'd laugh their asses off and hand me a saturated scrub hole. And that's if they're feeling generous. This is what I do. So let me do it. Chastened and uncharacteristically speechless, you nod and let Mars turn back to full. You really don't want to just leave like that, but maybe the truly friendly thing here would be less trying to improve your friend's life and just letting them live it. Diamond had told you Diamond had told you much the same thing all those months ago. That he's planning to just keep his head down and try to stay alive. It's not uplifting, but maybe not everything has to be. Mars gives Full some advice as to the best way to make sure her body retains as much energy as possible. Full groans, and you're pretty sure that if she had eyes, she'd be rolling them. You do notice, however, that she listens. Mars starts back down the sidewalk after that, pushing her bucket in front of her. After a moment of hesitation, you follow, half expecting for her to get mad again. Instead, she just slows down so you catch up. She's pulled her goggles back down over her eyes. You think they're probably more there for social reasons than protective ones. Sheepishly, you apologize for being a busybody back there. You're really just used to wanting to help people out. Kind of for selfish reasons? Friendship reasons, but still. Yeah, it's fine. No hard feelings. You just like fixing things when they're busted, or when you've busted them through your own chronic idiocy. Sometimes you just got to do what you can, but you think Mars might understand that a little bit. Yeah, I think I might. Hey, friend. Sometime it'd be like that. I don't know what was happening during this recording, but I obviously was just not here. My brain has left the planet. It is gone. I don't know where it went. I don't know when it will return. I'll try to be more lively. I need to get to bed right on time. That's probably my deal. But oh well. That was Mars! Mars is chill. Mars is pretty chill. She's like that cool kid that you really want to be friends with, even though they're not that cool of a kid, but everyone thinks they're a cool kid. Yeah. But, that's it for today's stars. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and, subscribe if you haven't already to join our wonderful galaxy. Comment down below and I'll get back to you somewhere or another, and hopefully my brain will be intact by then. And I will see you on our next adventure. Remember, we're all under the same cosmic dust, so be nice. Kate, love you, bye!